father started the company 50 years ago, 1968. He worked his way up into an inspector's role at an engineering firm, and then from there he branched out and started his own company at 31 years old.
He started out with a pickup truck and a little roller and started doing driveways for people. All of the contractors at the time back then had animals as logos.
The great horned owl is a fierce competitor, a fierce predator.
Decisive, strategic, and effective. And I think that's what they had hoped that the business they would build together would be. My father started with nothing, but he started with my mom.
My mother was instrumental in teaching us that work ethic was the cornerstone to our success.
He could not have accomplished what he did without our mother, and not many women could have done what she did.
And as the saying goes, behind every great man is a great woman.
My brothers and I all worked in the business from a very early age. We actually all started at 9 years old, at 40 hours a week.
That was the beginning of my brothers and I, generation number 2, entering the business.
When you're working at 9 years old, you really start to understand the value of a hard day's work.
We worked washing, waxing, and doing light maintenance in our shop under our uncle, who was the mechanic at the time. Our father would stop in throughout the day and check on us, and on Saturdays he'd always bring our uncle and us breakfast. Throughout the work season, he'd give us short handwritten notes of encouragement as he saw we needed it. And after college we came home, and he continued to move us up through the ranks of the company, from foremen to supervisors to managers. So it was important, I think, for us in establishing our credibility as the future owners and managers of this company to have been there and done it.
Quality is building a road, building a bridge, or building a structure, or building a construction site safely, clean.
Quality is the relationships we have with people, the care we put into our business and equipment.
When my father started the company, he was by all means an outsider, and he started the company against all odds. He couldn't be the biggest, and he knew that, but he wanted to be the best.
We're constantly striving to do things neater, cleaner, and more effectively.
It seemed like we always had to figure out ways to do more with less. And that's kind of where efficiency seemed to come in.
Efficiency for us today means being innovative. It's always looking at the job with a fresh set of eyes, taking into consideration all of the technology that's available to us today and the resources that are available to us today.
Integrity is something that we feel is priceless. We strive to be people of our word. Our father always said, "You're only as good as your word."
Integrity means being true to your own character. Integrity means not cutting any corners.
Integrity is our commitment to our people, our customers, and our communities to do what we say we're going to do, to be honest, even when it means admitting failure.
So through our growth and maintaining those 3 values, we've been able to stay effective in the markets my father started in, right up through today.
Being around for 50 years shows that the values that we were taught when we were young is the recipe for success.
I feel like the first 20 years of my career I spent trying to make Earle look and feel larger. And now that we are larger, I find myself fighting to make Earle feel smaller. It's where our company's at its best.
I also could not imagine being any happier to have my mom to be able to join us for the 50th anniversary.
We've diversified from just a paving contractor into basically every aspect of infrastructure work.
Asphalt manufacturing, environmental remediation, logistics, transportation, several different disciplines of construction, underground utilities, water, sewer, storm, milling, paving, flat work, concrete, curb, sidewalk, structural concrete, bridge, and site work.
He told us late in his life, shortly before he passed away, that we had to grow the business. There wasn't going to be enough here to support 3 of us. The biggest challenge in any business is getting the right people.
I believe that the character traits that are essential to this organization are your desire to work safely, to work for a family organization, to understand each other's successes are your success and your success are each other's successes.
The culture of this company provides the perfect environment for ambitious people that are eager to learn and grow.
Without people, we would be nothing. And people are what makes us different.
Today we have generations of employee families working here. Fathers and mothers who've encouraged their children to a career at Earle.
Our people are important because they are the only difference between us and our competition.
Sometimes I walk around and watch our employees doing their daily work, and I'm humbled by how good they are at their jobs, how much they care, and how much they want what's best for this company. The Walter R. Earle Foundation helps hundreds of charities within our local communities. Most notably, we've taken the fight to the opioid epidemic. In just 2 years, Earle has raised hundreds of thousands of dollars for Hope Sheds Light and the Meridian Hope Project, helping local families combat this issue. Through aggressive education and treatment by these organizations, Earle is helping to save our community's younger generations, the hardest hit by this epidemic.
Hopefully what it is we're doing and what we're contributing here has an effect to mitigate this problem.
Working with charities locally allows Earle to have an impact on the issues that are affecting our community.
We want to make a positive impact on things that can be realized by not only us, but our employees and friends and family.
It's important that Earle gives back to our communities because this is where our families are raised.
I look at what this company has overcome and where it has come from to where it is today. I really don't rule out anything for the future.
The next generation doesn't necessarily mean that they have the last name Earle. The most important thing to me is that the employees drive this company the way that we were driven in order to get it to 100 years and beyond.
So we hope 50 years from now we're continuing in the lines we're at in a larger geographic area, adding locations, adding manufacturing facilities, adding aggregate quarries, and anything associated with transportation infrastructure.
We're looking to make sure that we diversify our holdings for what will be the next generation of ownership. Our number one concern, our number one priority is to make sure that the business is well positioned to succeed for another 50 years.
From manufacturing to remediation, from construction to philanthropy, Earle will continue to reinvent itself as an industry leader in the community.
It is a master of the night, flying soundlessly through the sky. Small but mighty, this predator overtakes animals more than 3 times its size. Relying on its superhero-like vision and hearing, the great horned owl descends from the darkness. From the Arctic tundra to the dry heat of South America, these owls can adapt to almost any hunting ground. And with such diversity of landscape, it's no surprise they prey on over 250 different species. While they prefer to eat rabbits and rodents, the great horned owl will attack snakes, frogs, and even other owls. Weighing only 3 to 5 pounds and standing just 18 to 25 inches tall, the great horned owl relies on its senses, not its size, to take down its target. Owls have extraordinary eyesight. They see 10 times better than humans in daylight and 100 times better at night. A human's eyes would have to be the size of an orange and weigh close to 5 pounds to be able to have the same powerful vision of this winged killer. If that wasn't enough of an advantage, owls have an astonishing 14 vertebrae in their necks, allowing their head to swivel nearly 270 degrees to keep a constant eye on their opponent. And what prey they can't see they can most definitely hear. Great horned owls can hear a mouse squeak 100 yards away. The feathers on their faces form a disc, acting like a satellite dish that funnels sound into the predator's ears to amplify their hearing. The wingspan of these owls measures up to 5 feet from tip to tip, allowing them to reach speeds up to 40 miles per hour. This gives them incredible maneuverability and power. They are nearly undetectable until it is too late. Once the owl has attacked, there is no hope of escape for their helpless victims. Their grip can exert 500 pounds of pressure per square inch, roughly equivalent to the strength of a wolf's jaws. The sharp, needle-like talons puncture deep into the body, rupturing vital organs. If the unfortunate victim survives this initial hit, the owl then slashes the prey repeatedly with its talons and pecks the head and neck with its powerful beak until it dies. The great horned owl is a prolific killer. Just one of these magnificent birds eats more than 4,000 mice per year. With such a steady and endless food supply, the great horned owl will be patrolling the night skies for many years to come.